Gentlemen, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Anthony Basso,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and will faithfully discharge the duties of police officer
and faithfully discharge the duties of police officer
of Westchester Township in Butler County,
of Westchester Township in Butler County,
State of Ohio,
State of Ohio,
for my continuance in office.
for my continuance in office.
Congratulations.
I stand over here and I just think, man, I don't think I was that good looking when I was good looking bunch of fellows. I have some badges to present to them, and I want to tell you a little bit about each one of these gentlemen as I present their badge. This badge represents everything to us. This is the most important thing. This is what we come to work every day to represent, and it's highly important to us that we never tarnish this badge. So that's your challenge, that it never happens. First, I got Jeremy Estacio. Jeremy's got a neat background with where he's came from and what he's went through. He's been a Butler County sheriff, learned in the jail, realized jail's not the place to be. I need to be out on the street. So he put himself to the police academy and then started in the police academy. He's also in the Army Reserves, Army Reserve unit currently. He's got about 5 years in with the reserves, so it's a great addition to our force. But I want to hand this badge to you to hold with honor, and always, like I said, never do anything to tarnish our badge. Then I have young Brad Popwell, and I call him young Brad because he's the age of my youngest daughter. Brad, I think, has always wanted to be a Westchester policeman since he's a little kid. He's grown up in this area, and that's all I've heard for years is how Brad Popwell wants to be a Westchester policeman. So that's a huge honor for us and these men and women that are here, that we have someone that wants to be here. Brad graduated with his criminal justice degree from Miami University, did his internship with Westchester, which confirmed that he wanted to be here. And then I had to fight off Fairfield's chief, who was trying to hire him quickly, and had to tell him it's not happening. He wants to come here, and so then we were able to get Brad. But Brad's going to be another great addition, knows the community, guarantee you will live here his whole life. He's grown up here and just loves Westchester, so it's great to see one of our homegrown boys come up. Thank you. Brad and Jeremy are both already certified police officers, and both are starting. Actually, they started today in classroom here at the PD. Our next three are going off to the police academy. We'll send them to the State Highway Patrol Police Academy starting in August. So they got a rough road ahead of them. It's basically like a military boot camp. So it's interesting. Next, I have Ben, and I'll probably is Fiesel. No, see.
Just you.
Yeah, it's Fiesel tonight. Ben has always wanted to be a policeman and went to school, got his business degree though, because his family has a business and that was where he had to go. And even though he always wanted to be a policeman, he did the right thing, did what his family needed. And then he got to a point where he felt he could make that leap, and he's going to make that leap, and he's going to be another fine addition. Grew up in Fairfield around here and currently lives in Westchester. So another resident is now joining our team.
Thanks, Chief.
I have Zach, and I already told his dad I would pronounce his name wrong. Lunsman. Lunsman? There we go. For months while they go through our process, I decide what their name is, and half the time and then it takes me forever to get it right. I called Jeremy Hermie for the longest time, and it wasn't until his final interview that I heard him say, referencing himself, and I'm like, what did you just call yourself? So, but I love a guy that'll just let me call him whatever. Zach is a guy that I got calls about when they heard he was in our process, telling me, you got to hire this guy. Squared away dude, was a dispatcher in Springfield Township. Then he went to the Marine Corps for 8 years, 8 years in the Marine Corps, and then decided it was time to come home and follow his dream of he wanted to be a police officer. And I forgot, never mind. So they're bringing, these gentlemen are all bringing a wide array of different backgrounds. It's really gonna to help this department grow. But I definitely want to welcome you and look forward to working with you. Now I have no trouble with Eric's name, Eric Ryan. The only problem is I think his first name's Ryan. But Eric is another guy that always wanted to be a policeman. Went to school, got his degree in criminal justice, and then got snatched up by Target. And he got into that world where everything's going good, making money's good, enjoying it, but it's not his calling. So he's willing to take that leap, jump into law enforcement, take a little bit of a pay cut. And so, but people that are willing to do that, that's when you hear them say it's a calling, and that's what it is. And he stepped up, and he's look forward to working with him, because it's when you get someone that's always wanted to be a policeman, and that's where that's who's going to make the best policeman, because this is what they want to do, and they know this is what they got for them. So again, look forward to working with you. Captain Gutman, do you want to talk about the challenge coin?
Yes, sir.
And we had the pins with Captain Hensley. You had the.
Gentlemen, I'd just like to say I'm already super proud of you. You're embarking on a life of service, safety, and protection for your community, and that's a commendable thing to embark upon. What you see here is the future of Westchester, right here in front. One thing that will always remain the same here at Westchester is our vision, and our vision in part is to be a premier law enforcement agency. And our guiding principles, that's how we accomplish our goal, and that's integrity, commitment, professionalism, and courage. And I challenge you for your entire career to constantly bear that in mind and carry out your duties with integrity, commitment, professionalism, and courage. All right? Thank you. Congratulations. One more thing. Don't worry about the names, you're all gonna get nicknames. Some of you might like, some of you might not. Congratulations.
Good evening, everybody. In 2017, Chief Herzog initiated the creation of a commemorative badge to represent our, to celebrate our 50 years of service here as a police department since 1967. So when we pass out the badge and the challenge coin, we also pass out a pin to commemorate that. And we also were allowed to wear badges for those few years following that, just like these pins are. So when we pass these out, when you look at these, when you wear these, I want you to think about the 50 years of service, of commitment, of training, of leadership that followed, that preceded you, that got you in this department where we are today. So when you wear that, wear it proudly, and just think about all those that served before you. All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
Dan? Number 5.
One final thing I just wanted to talk about, and then I'll let you all have some pictures and picture time, eat some cookies, drink some water. It's a little warm in here. Actually, I have two things to talk about. And then we'll take a tour. Anybody who wants to take a tour of the PD, we'll show you where they're going to work and everything. But again, I wanted to reiterate to the family about the commitment we have here with the training we do, and we take it very seriously. We train probably more than 90% of the agencies in the country. And every email I send, they'll see on it, it says, if you've trained until you got it right, you're only halfway there. Train till you can't get it wrong. We can't afford to get it wrong in our job. So that's what I'm gonna constantly, you're gonna see that you're constantly sent to training, you're constantly doing in-house training, and it's gonna happen. We're gonna make sure that these gentlemen are ready to go to the road when we send them to the road. And we're gonna give them the best safety equipment that they can have. So, and then there's one thing I forgot to mention, and it has to do with legacy. And I didn't mention that some of these fine young men here, we have second generations police officers now. Zach's father, Hamilton County Sheriff for 25 plus years. We also have Eric, or as I like to call him, Ryan. Has at least two uncles, and I thought somebody else. Is there somebody else?
My dad was in it.
And his dad was military police. Two uncles in law enforcement, one retired, one current. So thank you all for your service, and I'm sure you were somewhat inspiring, even though I know his uncles. I think they still probably inspired him. But again, thank everybody. I want to thank everybody for coming. Feel free to take some photos of them, and then we'll relax for a little bit, and then we'll take a tour. Anybody wants to take a tour, we'll take a tour of the PD. All right. Thank you.